Willie D Live.
You have been on the ground, boots on the ground. You, along with Dr. Candice Matthews and Cornell X, y'all been putting in a lot of work, in the community. At what point does diplomacy turn into disruption?
Say it again.
At what point does diplomacy turn into disruption? You know, when you are out there, you're advocating for something, you're protesting something, you're fighting for something. At what point does diplomacy turn into disruption, where you got to just say, you know what, they're not listening to us, so let's go in here and raise the volume?
Good question. I love Cornell. I love Dr. Matthews. I used to work with Cornell years ago, but I work with Dr. Matthews now, off and on. I used to be with her every day. I stopped 4 dudes from Malone, Erica, all of them was after her. And I specifically went to them. And I know you probably don't know this. And I told them leave her alone. That's why every time you see me with her, I would speak at the end, ain't nobody gonna touch her. She with me, she my family, and if you fuck with her, that's what I said, excuse my language, it's gonna be a problem. So that's what it was. And Malone, he died, he was #1 in school. He died, And then Eric and the other guy with the funeral home, they went away. And then the people school board trying to prove her stuff. And I fought all of them, and we won it. So Candice became free again. And I rode there where it was. I had one of my bodyguards, protection, and license gum, and all that with her to make sure she was good. Now, she good, But I tell her, I said, Candice, fight institutions. I want you to stop fighting individuals, because she's been fighting that dude in Port Arthur too long. I said, Candice, fight institutions. See, they are activists, right? I'm not no activist. I'm a freedom fighter. Okay? I'm the only non-lawyer ever worked with 22 lawyers at a law firm.
What's the difference?
Oh, it's a major difference. I go to court. I deal with the DAs. I deal with evidence. I deal with the prosecutors. All my people, forensic and all, ex-police officers work with me. So I go all the way. I find the lawyer. I hire the lawyer. I tell them what lawyer to get. If you get the wrong lawyer, you're gonna get crossed. All lawyers can't try no case. He had to be his specific idea of law that he do, his specialty. That's what I'm looking for. His specialty. You just get a lawyer, I want you to fight. They can't fight it because they don't understand it. So you got to get a lawyer. That's why my boy in there now, and paid $500,000 to Ken Schaefer. I hope Ken Schaefer hear me. And got the boy, Phil and Derek, and got 20 years. And I told him not to get the money to him. I begged him.
How much you give him?
He gave him $500,000.
$500,000 to go to jail?
For 20 years.
Shit, he could have kept that money in his pocket.
Ken Schaefer lose over 80% of his cases, bro.
Was that a federal case?
Yeah, Phil and Derek. His wife got 15. She gave $1 million to the same lawyer Kirby John had, that white boy, that lose 90% of his cases. She gave him $1 million. I went to the house, spent the night at the house. I almost fell out. I said, you did what? She gave me $500,000. Then she came back and gave me another $500,000. And I say, Sean, don't do that, baby. I know law. You don't know no law. I said, let me pick the lawyers. So her husband got up the next morning. We went to go pick the lawyer. I picked it Nathan. Nathan, a cold man, cold.